Here to discuss more about Sukkot and SIMCHAT TORAH is Rabbi Itzhak Mormerstein from the RAV KOOK Institute in Jerusalem. Hello, hello, and good to see you again. Hag Sameach. I hope that you had a nice holiday. And now let's talk about the meaning of the holiday that we have just been celebrating for the past week plus. Tell us the meaning, according to RAV KOOK and Kabbalah, of Sukkot and SIMCHAT TORAH.
Well, it's the manifestation. It's actually the conclusion to the process that begins in Rosh Hashanah. Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur are the first 3 days in which they're in the higher sefirot, and then Sukkot is the bringing of the supernal and the spiritual into the physical, into the 7 lower sefirot. So that's why it's a 7-day holiday. So you have the entire tree of life, Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, the Keter Chachma Bina, and then the 7 sefirot of Sukkot. And Sukkot is the hitkashmut, the materialization of the spiritual into the physical. And it's the joy of it comes because in the connection that we have with the divine presence, and that's what's beautiful about it. It culminates in SIMCHAT TORAH, which is once we've gone through this extraordinary spiritual process, we're experiencing the joy of the divine presence and the blessing of the Torah, which is the tool that shows us how to be able to access divine understanding and divine bliss.
Also, sitting, as True said, that sitting in a sukkah, the whole idea is, right, the concealed light, the or haganuz. So what you're saying is that the light is coming down and it's kind of dwelling within us rather than us having to reach up to it. Exactly. It's coming down to us.
Yeah, that's very much the
So why is that kind of the precursor to, the beginning of starting to read, Genesis and Bereshit again?
Well, that's a cycle that, but it makes a lot of sense. I was thinking of when we started the practice of doing it. We were on a 3-year cycle at one point in history of reading the Torah. Now we read it in 1 year. But that's also part of the beauty of it, because the Torah keeps taking us deeper into understandings, and every time we restart it and reread it, we're learning new things, and it becomes more and more of a guide and an illumination for what's transpiring in Israel.
Right. And what did the RAV KOOK say? Listen, we've talked about this a lot. He really kind of foreshadowed the Holocaust. Did he also foreshadow the times that we're in now, and like the
very much so.
What did he say about the prophetic times of Israel?
He said that Israel, basically, that all the prophecies that the Torah contains will happen in Israel. This is now the beginning of the time. He was already experiencing the union with the divine presence that all of Israel will experience. But he said very clearly that we're now in the time of the return to Israel, is a return to this Medinat Israel forming and being a real haven for tzedakah umishpat, righteousness and justice, and for the doing of good, and for ahavat adam, really becoming a place that shows how it's possible to live with love and universal love. And he said Israel is here in order to enact the teachings of the Torah in real life and show the world the way to live a life of tov and shalom, of good and peace.
Wow, amazing. Thank you. It's always a pleasure to talk to you and gather more insight on RAV KOOK.
Thank you so much.
Never-ending, fascinating material. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Please don't go anywhere. We're going to take a short break, but we'll be right back with so much more on Holy Land Uncovered.